Yeah, hi, I'm Mike Ellis. I'm here with Mark, Dan, and Marty. Today we wanted to talk about relationships. With what we do, it's so important to have relationships and get to know people to get that base where when you need to be energized, you have a place to go to talk to people and really work on your mindset. And mindset is the key to everything we do. If you've ever woken up in the morning and just felt really, really good, and the day just went terrific. You could do anything. And you wake up another day and you're just in a really bad mood and nothing goes right. You know, business is the same as that. You have to come in, you have to have a really good mindset. And what we'd like to show you today is why it's so important to build that base, someplace where you can go, re-energize, and really keep a positive mindset. And that's why we think that relationships are so important. You know, when we're down a little bit, we contact people above us, those people that are making 6, 7, 8-figure incomes, and they've been where we're at. So it's very, very easy if you're down to get back up, get back on track, and do the things you need to do to be very successful with what we're doing. And when you have that base, those people you can contact and talk to keep a really solid mental attitude with what we're doing, makes all the difference in the world. As you know, we're with Unifii. We're in cryptocurrency. We're with Unifii. They provide signals for us. You know, the first part of any business is obviously when you get online, you have to make money. Unifi's taking care of that. It's already done. It's a done deal. And we have all the historic numbers to show that you make money with Unifii and their signals. Absolutely. But what is really important when you really want to build it big and do more than just the signals are your personal relationships that you have. And all of us lean on each other, not only for things we might not know, but to really keep that positive attitude moving forward and performing the way we know we can perform. Marty, that's kind of the intro to it. What do you have to add to that?
Well, like Mike said, you know, everybody that's watching this, maybe for the first time or just getting to know us, I found in the past, I've been online since 2004, that things that were missing were relationship with the people above you or people that you work with, and being able to tap into that person or the other person. And of course, people on our team need to know they could tap in with Mark here or Dan or Mike or me. And you might relate to one different than the other one. It's just the way life is, and that's fine. But we believe, and I believe, and I know everybody here does, that without the relationship part of it, you get into the bring in 5, lose 2. Bring in 5, lose 4, bring in 10, lose 9. And then because they don't feel like they're part of something, everybody wants to be part of something. I know I do. I know, and I like talking to somebody that knows more than me. That's how you learn. And my wife's silhouette's in the background. Hold on.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. I was waiting for her to do hand puppets. I said, oh, no. Anyway, but it's so important. I remember, you know, when you first get online, you get on and the guy that brought you in or the lady that brought you in, you know, I'm here to help you, blah, 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 blah. Then you go to ask a question and they answer it maybe the first time. You ask another one and they don't know the answer. And then they say, I'll get it for you, and they don't come back. That's not like that here. It's just not like that here. We're fortunate enough, whoever's listening to this, one click or one dot or one phone call, I can get Mike Klinger for all of us here. And anybody that's watching this, one call, he'll be on, and he would help out. We're fortunate to have that. And the same thing with Robin or anybody that's above us in this business, all the way up to, I believe, even with the connections, if you click it right, to Ron, which is the CEO. That's what I know that for a fact. But what's really nice, though, is sometimes it's just good because we have a tendency to assume Fred knows. We have a tendency to say, well, Mary knows that. Mark knows that. Dan knows that. They already know, but they don't. And some people don't ask because they're afraid of being ignorant or I don't want to look stupid. That's gone. Look, watch some of my videos if you want to see look stupid. I don't care. And I don't think anybody here cares. If you're judging somebody by a mistake or they said something quite not right or their hair's out or something doesn't quite look right, you're going to be poor. You're going to stay poor. We just need to look at people. Everybody, listen, if you take the time to talk to somebody, you find out you have a lot more in common than you think you did. My wife's doing a silhouette thing again.
Gosh, I'm trying to get them something to do.
It's okay. She just wants to be in this video, guys. Anyway, but that's my input on it. I just think it's so valuable. Like I knew Mark Korn just from this business, but I didn't know him until the last few weeks. And when I met him, I'm thinking, man, I wish I'd have really met him 4 weeks ago. And everybody out there is like that. There's a lot of people watching us and say, wow, that Mike guy's pretty cool. Marty's crazy. And Dan, yeah, he's a professional guy. I'd like to talk to him. You never know. But if they know that we're here, we're always here, and we're not judging. Judging's a big deal. You know, because the guy, you say something wrong and they're melting down in the chair. And everybody's been burnt. Listen, I've been doing some type of looking for an online job or when there was no internet. I was in Amway. I did everything, guys. I put cards in windows to mow their lawn. I would sell things that nobody wanted. It didn't matter. I always had that drive because I knew the 168 hours a week that we all have, you can't make more money to survive and have a half-decent life trading it for 40 or 50 hours a week. It's impossible. You have to leverage relationships. You have to leverage time. You have to leverage money. If we leverage relationships, people don't say that, but if you leverage a relationship, you'll get to the point that Sandy says to John, who said to Mary and Frank, yeah, I was just talking to Mark Korn. And they feel that relationship. They automatically connect it. They're cousins. You know, and the more you do that, the more you build that down, the more we become a family. Second cousin, third cousin. Oh, yeah. Oh, I can hook you up with Marty. I can hook you up with Dan or Mike or Mark Korn. Really? Yeah. That's what we want. That's what I want. I couldn't write it down, but I want everybody out there to know, if you're sitting back and you're going, well, I see what they're doing. I can't do that. I'm not a Mark Klinger. Neither am I. Truthfully, I don't want to be a Mark Klinger. I want to be a Marty DeGrama that's still making more money. Okay? I like Mike, but I like Marty too. What the freak? So listen, we just do the best you can. And I say this in every video because I can't think of nothing else to say. But if you believe it, it will happen. The problem is most of you are believing you can't do it. And guess what? You're 100% right. You can't because you believe you can't. It's a simple step. Stop feeding crap in and crap won't come out. The more crap you put in, you expect crap. When something good happens, you're like, whoa, what the frick is that? Something positive happened, whoa, that can't be for me. That's got to be a load of crap. It doesn't have to be. It took me a long time to figure that out. Any business I get, I go after the guy at the top. Why? Because I want to hear what he has to say. Nothing against everybody else. It's just the way I was. And then I want to surround myself with people like Mike, Dan, and Mark. This isn't an accident. I didn't know you before I knew you, but I knew we would meet. I didn't know what name you would have. But we did this. We attract what we want. And there's a lot of people out there like us, and you're looking at us right now, whoever's watching us, and we're the relationship people. Because if you build a relationship, you'll build an income. That's all I have to say, and I'm sorry I got preaching, but I had an opening here where Shorty's quiet and always not trying to make bigger puppets. But that's all I got. I can turn it over to Dan right now.
Go ahead, Dan.
Well, all that stuff's great, Marty. As you were talking, I was thinking about all of the times that I've been involved in these types of businesses and failed, and burned bridges and don't want to talk to these people and might feel a little bit intimidated about or just not wanting to engage the people I have in the past. And since I had the amazing opportunity to spend about 50 minutes with Mike Klingler and having him do a one-on-one with me, and just I was amazed because he made me feel so comfortable about not only Unifii the business, but about positive thinking, about being intentional, about approaching people. And I think that's the message I would have. What I'll bring to this today is, when I think about my warm market, I've got to have a new thought process. And that thought process is being intentional about sharing Unifii. Because Unifii is so much different than anything we've ever been involved in. It has to do with your financial growth. It has to do with financial publications and education. And it has to do with so many other things that we can bring on board that with cryptocurrency and Bitcoin and all these other positive things. So we're all excited about it, and we have to basically be contagious with our excitement with other people. And I know that some people feel intimidated and some people think they can't do this, and we have to be that person that continually follows up with them and encourages them to get involved in this, because it is an incredible opportunity, and the system is there. All of the stuff that they would have anxieties about, such as a follow-up system, and is already there for them. Autoresponder emails, whatever, it's there. So I think my message is get out of our comfort zone, just start talking to some people in a real relaxed way, and encourage them. That's all I have for right now.
Okay, Dan, no, that's good. Mark, go ahead and add your 2 cents.
Absolutely. First of all, I have to say, Marty, you're definitely a tough act to follow, so I'm certainly happy I didn't have to follow you. But one thing I want to start out with, Dan, you hit on a point which is, and everything everybody has said so far today, I agree with 150%. And one thing that you said, Dan, which I think a lot of people probably, hopefully can resonate with, but maybe don't quite get. So much of this business and building relationships is about following up. People might think it's a little bit intimidating, it's a little bit difficult to build a relationship in this industry or any industry, but the key is really, it's not all that difficult. People tend to overcomplicate things, but the important part, the key ingredient, is following up with people. And when you're with a group of people that you want to be with, that you connect with, like this group right here, like Marty said, before Marty is my upline. Marty is my sponsor in Unifii. And before that, I didn't know Marty. I mean, I had seen a lot of things that he had done online and knew he was the kind of person that I wanted to be associated with. But that's the beauty of being in a business where you're building relationships. You can pick and choose who you want to work with. And the most important thing, I like to consider myself an attraction marketer. And another term for that is really a relationship marketer. And I've been like everybody else, and a lot of you guys watching in, we've been in businesses, many businesses, programs over the course of the years. We've had our ups and downs. They don't all work out the way that we want them to. But it's important to be consistent. It's important to be persistent and not to give up. When you have a business like Unifii, and again, people tend to overcomplicate things, Unifii really makes it simple. And it's a type of business where you can. And I've always been a little bit leery in the past about approaching my warm market. Unifii is the first business that I've really been in where, first of all, not only do you get support from the company, but you get amazing support from your upline, as evidenced by the meeting that we're having right here. All these guys are my upline. Mike Klingel, who was mentioned, Robin Lynn, and so many others that are just available for us. I've never been in a situation before where you're able to not only tap into a company, but tap into a team. It's the best team I've ever been associated with. We have the best training. We have the best support. We have the best resources. And when you're building a relationship and you're trying to get people interested, and when people look at, and I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again, people do get intimidated. They think, oh my goodness, I'm not a recruiter. I can't bring in even 3 people. But you're not recruiting. When you're in a business like this, all you want to do, because you're so excited, and you can start making money literally from day one. And that's the key to retention in any business, is most people jump in, jump right out, in a week they're gone, in a month they're gone, because they're not making money. Here, you can start promoting if you want to be an affiliate and do great right from day number 1. But more importantly, you use the signals, you use the product, you start trading. You're making money from day number 1, and you're profiting, and you're protecting and securing your money and your income. There's nothing better, because people are going to stay. They're going to want to share, and that's the key word, share with a capital S. You're not recruiting. You're sharing something that you yourself believe in wholeheartedly, and you're sharing it with your friend. You're sharing it with your family. If you don't want to do that, and you really can very easily with a business like this, and you want to contact a cold market, that's fine too. I've been doing that for years, because again, as being a relationship marketer, don't be afraid. All you have to do is reach out to people, share a message, get to know them, ask questions. Don't ever be afraid to ask questions. That's how you find out about people. That's how you find out what their pain points are. That's how you find out if you can help them. And if you've got a business, if you've got a program or a product that can help people. This isn't, I know one of my co-hosts over here mentioned something about lotions and potions earlier. I think it might have been Marty. This business is on a totally different plane. There's really no competition. This is not like the health and wellness industry, for example, where there are so many very good companies out there, but you have to understand the product line, and there might be hundreds of products. Here, Unifii keeps it simple. Not only is it easy to build relationships, it's easy to share a program or a product or a company when they keep it simple. The compensation plan is simple. Everything is simple about this business, so it's easy to share. And it's something that I think everybody really needs to look at. When the light bulb goes off and you wrap your head around it and you ask the right questions and you associate with the right people, you're going to see very, very quickly, this is the opportunity that we've all been looking for. Again, we've all been in situations where we're in programs, out of programs, they don't work, the business model is changing, the company goes out of business. We're always looking for our home. And I'm only going to speak for myself, but I know everybody in this panel, we all know we found our home with Unifii. And hopefully, we're going to be sharing with an awful lot of people over the coming days and weeks and months and years. And the more people we share it with, the more people are going to realize this is their home also. And you guys out there can do the same thing without a problem. And we're here to help you do it. That's it for me for now.
No, that's really, really good, Mark. This is what relationships will do for you. Being able to know Mark and Dan and Marty just puts you so far ahead of the game. And a good example of that, in this fall, Unifii has come out with a new bonus program. And this bonus program is absolutely unbelievable. And really, it's something that anybody can do. And basically what it will do for you is make you 10 grand by the end of October. And when people hear that, it doesn't really resonate because they think they can't do it. But because of the relationships we're building, because of the people that we're helping, this is really, really easy to do. And that's what we're really all about today, is not only having relationships, with us four, but bringing people in, getting to know them, and really showing them how to do what we do, because it's not hard. What we teach people to do is not difficult to do. The hardest part is the mindset. Once you can get past that, like Marty talked about and Mark and Dan talked about, once you can get into that positive mindset, we can show you how to do the technical stuff, because it's easy. But if you come in and you believe that in 2 months you can make 10 grand, we're going to show you how to do that. Not only are we going to show you how to do that, we're going to help you do that. So really, really some cool things going on with Unifii, with the fall bonus structure that's coming in. We're extremely excited about taking people from ground zero, and in 60 days taking them to that point where they're making the 10 grand or very, very close to it. Either way, we are gonna build a base for people that will take them far, far into the future. And I believe with Unifii, because the product is so good, An individual that's 20, 30, 40, 50 years old really doesn't know how they're going to retire or how they're going to bring in the income that they want. We can show you with Unifii how to go from ground zero, and in about 5 years, in my opinion, these guys might disagree, in 5 years you can retire. That's how good Unifii is. That's how good the information they give us is. And with this fall bonus, it's just a really great way to jumpstart where we are, where we're going, and gets you to a place where you can look at it and go, wow, this is really exciting, and I'm glad I'm where I'm at. Marty, anything else?
Yeah, real quick. This bonus thing to add on, to what we're doing, I'll go through it a little bit. What people got to focus on who's watching this, to get 10 grand by November 1st, 10 grand. Find 3 people you'd like to work with that would like to make 10 grand by November 1st. That's it. Then you help somebody do the same thing. That's it. You don't need 81. You don't need 35. 3 friends, and you hook them up with us too if you need help or anywhere we got to go. 3 friends that would like to make an extra 10 grand for Christmas. Seriously. And that's how you have to look at it. Don't look at 10 people, 50 people. Don't look at like you're selling something. The product is amazing once they see it. But if you tell them, hey, look, you're going to have to use this trading thing that takes about 2 minutes a day to make money on top of, if you just share it with 3 people who like to make 10 grand a month. I mean, it's a no-brainer. I can't imagine, if we word it right, people are going to want to do it. Don't make it harder than it is. 3 people, get 3. When they get 3, say, hey, do you know 3 people that would like to make 10 grand by November 1st? And that's how easy it is. I believe that. Now you're going to look at it and say, I'm not sure what to do. Go to somebody you know, Frank, your best friend. Because there's a good chance Frank's struggling too. He's in the paycheck to paycheck. He may pretend he's got the new stuff and all that. No. 1 paycheck, he's in big trouble if he misses 1 paycheck, just like most people. You say to him, I could work with you. What are you talking about? Well, I'm looking for 3 people I can work with, and I know I could work with you. What are you talking about? There's a promotion in this business I'm in. You can make 10 grand by December. I'm not counting the money you're going to make besides that. Really? Yeah. Would you be interested in that? Yeah. What 3 people do you know that might want to do that too? I mean, I want to blow this thing up, whatever. I know I'm making it sound simpler than it is, but that's
No, you're not, Marty. It is that simple.
That's kind of how I would approach it, really. And I'm going to approach it that way. And I think we could all, and we should have fun too. I like having fun. And some people get upset over that, but I don't care. We should have fun, and we can build a business and have fun at the same time. That's all I got. Don't ask me if I got anything else, because I do. No, I'm done.
Mark, Dan, anything? Go ahead, Mark.
Sure, guys. I just want to touch on Unifii again for a second, because one of the things that Unifii does, it really, as far as I'm concerned, sets them apart from any other company out there, is the fact that they really, not only are they the most transparent company I've ever seen, that I've ever worked with, but they really, really genuinely want everybody to succeed. And they've given, and they're so early in their evolution, just like cryptocurrency is. And for a company like that to be incentivizing their members to the degree that they are so early on is absolutely amazing. And they've made it doable for everybody, not just current members, but anybody that's watching this now that hasn't joined yet, or whether they think they can bring in 3 people or not. And like Marty said, and one of the things that they are emphasizing, which is making it simple for everyone, is that you just have to bring in 3 people. Warm market, friends, cold market, it doesn't matter. 3 people. The industry standard, I mean, look, let's face it, everybody that's been in the industry for a while knows that the vast majority of people fail in the industry. And all of us have had, as I said earlier, our ups and our downs. But the industry standard is about 2.5, 2.6 people that you'll sponsor, personally in your lifetime. And we're only looking at 3 now. So that shows you how doable that is. And with the support that we have from our team, from Unifii, it makes it so much easier. You're going to have so much support that you're not going to know what to do with it. I've never seen so much support. Again, look, just this call that we're on right now. I mean, when I joined Unifii and joined Marty a short time ago, I wouldn't have thought I would have been getting the kind of support that I'm getting at this point. This is the kind of support I've always looked for. This is the kind of support I've always offered. I mean, my career, I'm a customer service manager and have been for over 30 years. So I know what it is to offer support. I know what it is to offer service. I know what it is to follow up. And those are all things that all of us know how to do. And those who don't know that are looking in, we're going to show you how to do that. And to be bringing in 3 people who bring in 3, who bring in 3, 4 generations deep, maybe you'll do it, maybe you won't do it during the 2-month period, but it doesn't matter because you are setting yourself up for the future, for success, big time success, because you're building a solid foundation. And that's probably the most important thing. And with our help, there's a good likelihood that a lot of people are going to be able to achieve this. And they're not just giving us a month because they know it's not enough time. They're giving us basically 2 full months to achieve these levels. And it's something that all of us should strive to do. And we're going to be here, like I said earlier, and like everybody said, we're going to be here to help you do it. So that's it for me.
Dan, anything?
Well, just one other thing. I'd like to piggyback a little bit on what Mark was saying about, and you, Mike, in regards to Unifii itself. And you're looking at retirement, and you're looking at 5 years down the road. A lot of people might want to retire, or 3 years down the road. Well, a lot of people are thinking, hey, is this company going to be around that long? Well, I think all of us here have every confidence in the world that Unifii is going to be around for a very, very long time. And one of the things that I would encourage people to do as well is get on these corporate calls. On the corporate call the other day, Saturday, Ron mentioned, look at this promo, but we also have a Christmas surprise. So he's kind of teasing us a little bit about the growth. They have so much more than we even know about down the pike. And that is conducive to a long-term healthy company. And that's what we all want. Yep. So it should be an easy sell for all of you out there.
Yep. No, that's great, everybody. The people that are watching this webinar, come on in, get to know us. Let's build a relationship. We believe in the next 60 days we can do some really, really cool things for the people in our group. Get their business off to a really great running start. And we believe we can get you to that $10,000 if you come in, you talk to us, you come in with a positive attitude, come in coachable, and we're absolutely going to get this done, guys. We're really excited about it, and we hope to see you in the near future. Come on in, we'll talk, build a relationship, and we're going to get it done. That's it for today.